This question is related to the hospital management project and the table name is a patient. Now my question is which query to find the female patients with blood types O negative and A positive. I want to get the female patients. Select the right option. This question is related to the hospital management project and the table name is a patient. Now my question is I want to get the female patient blood group A plus and male patient blood group B minus. Write a query. Which option is correct? What's the correct option of the above question? Please select the right option. This question is related to the student management project in SQL Server and the table name is the student. Now my question is I want to find the student's first name whose date of birth between January to March only. This question is related to the library management system project in SQL Server. Now my question is related from the customer table. I want to find the last name greater than longer than 5 characters. This question is related to the student management project and the question is from the course table. My question is select the option which query does not fetch the highest course fees from the course table. What will be the output of the above statement? Please drop your answer in the comment section. This question is related to the student management project in SQL Server. Now my question is I want to find the first name of the student between Jan and March. What error type is associated with violating a primary key or foreign key constraint? Please select the right option. What will be the output of the above query? This question is related to the online food project and the table I have taken from the menu items. Now my question is, notice the question type is veg is small letters. I want to convert into uppercase, only the veg items. This question is related to the online food project in SQL Server. From the menu items table, let me browse the table. Now I want to fetch the item name none from the cuisine type from this menu items table. Please choose the right option. This question is related to the library management system in SQL Server and the table I have taken from the author. Now my question is, I want to find the youngest author from the country India. Please choose the right option. This question is related to the library management system in SQL Server and the table I have taken books. This is a books table result set. Now I want to find the maximum number of pages from the books table. Notice here the maximum number of pages in the books details column. This question is related to the library management system and from the customers table, notice this is a query. When I execute the statement, what will be the output? Please select the right option. This question is related to the online food project in SQL Server. Let me expand this database. And from the menu items, let me browse the table. Now my question is, I want to retrieve all items except the chicken biryani. This question is related to the online food project in SQL Server. Let me expand this database. and the table I'm taking the reviews table. Let's browse the table. Now my question is, I want to find the reviews, the rating between 4 and 5 only. This question is related to the student management project. Let me expand this database. Now my question is from the faculty table. I want to find the faculty members who joined between 2015 and 2018. This question is related to the student management project. Let me expand this database, and from the tables I'm browsing the faculty table. Now my question is, I want to find the whoever the PhD, I want to find the highest salary, maximum salary. Today's interview question is, which statement is used to rebuild all indexes associated with a specific table to improve performance? Notice here I have 3 projects here. All the projects, the complete source code will be available to all joined members. Now come to our question is, if you check in the Object Explorer, I have a hospital management project. I'm taking for this example billing table. If you notice in this billing table, I am frequently updating, inserting and deleting on this table billing. So I want to improve the performance of the indexes. Based on the indexes, so I need to rebuild. The command is alter index all on. My table name is billing table using rebuild. This is the command we use. Now let's execute. Commands completed successfully. This command is to improve performance because it rebuilt all the indexes of this rebuilding table. How to create a non-cluster index to an existing table? If you notice in this database, the sales table is there. In the columns, in the indexes folder, notice there is a cluster index I have created on this order ID. Now I want to create a non-cluster index on a particular column of this table. For example, order data. So the query is create index ix underscore order date, which is the column. You can give any index name here on sales, but here in the sales is a table name, but here we need to add the column name order date. I am giving order date. Let's execute the statement. Execute. Commands completed successfully. Let's refresh our indexes folder of the table. Notice here we got non-cluster index I have created. Now today's interview question is one of the mostly asked interview question. What is index fragmentation? How to check a index fragmentation of a particular table? If you notice here in my previous video tutorial, I have created a non-cluster index. Now let's find out that check fragment index. The command is dbcc show config, not config, it's T. Takes 2 parameters. The first parameter is my table name. Let's add the sales to my table name. And the second parameter is my index name, which is the ix underscore order date. ix underscore order date. That's it. Let's execute the statement. And notice here we got it scans all the sales table. We got the logical scan fragmentation, extend scan fragmentation. Here is one more SQL technical interview question. Notice here this is a student underscore table. Now my question is, here is the query, select ID. ID is a column plus 1 as ID table T1, where notice here I am adding not exist. Select 1 from stu underscore table T2, where T2.id is equals to T1 plus id, T1.id plus 1, and id is less than select max id from stu underscore table. Pause the video and check the query carefully. I want the result. What will be the output? Please leave your answer in the comment section when I execute the statement. One of the most commonly asked interview question in SQL beginner level interview: what is big data type? Explain purpose of using. Notice here I am creating one table, employee table, which contains 2 columns. Employee ID is active big data type. Now let's create a table. After creating the table, here I am inserting 2 records here, employee ID 1, employee ID 2, 0 and 1. When I insert, 2 records are affected. Let's check the table. 1 and 2 employee ID 0, 1, which is inserted successfully. Now I am inserting the 3rd record. I am adding like more than 1, like for example 15 I am adding. When I insert this record, it's inserted successfully. Now when I execute this table, instead of 15, I got only 1 here. Why it's taking only 0 and 1? The purpose of using this data type, please leave your answer in the comment section. In this video tutorial, I will explain how to create a table in SQL Server with a global unique identifier column. So first let's create a table. The unique identifier is a primary key and name varchar 50. If you want, you can add more columns. Let's create the table. Table has been created. Let's insert some rows. Now here in the values, the ID column is a unique identifier. So here I am adding new ID. Again, let's copy this one. Let's insert. 2 records has been inserted. Let's check the output. And here we got the output. Notice we have created the table with a unique identifier. Insert the records with the unique identifier. And we have displayed the result set of this table. Today's technical interview question is, notice here I have a table called test table which contains 2 columns, ID and value. And notice carefully the value column data type is tiny int. Now let's create a table. After that, just for the time saving, I have some inserting records. Execute. 2 records has been inserted successfully. Let's query the data. Here records are displaying properly, correctly. Now what I'm doing, again I'm trying to insert a new record, adding 265. So when I try to execute, this is a free because ID is the primary key. When I try to insert this record, notice I got an error, arithmetic overflow error for data type tiny int. Value is equals to 265. Why I'm getting this error? Please leave your answer in the comment section. Creating a PHP quiz application dynamically from my SQL PHP MyAdmin database. Notice this is the final output of our application. I'm entering the name Charan. You can give any name, start quiz. And here we got the redirected to the quiz.php application. And now here, if you notice, this is the questions and these are the options. These questions and answers we are getting from the database. And these are the complete coding part available for only join members. So let's examine our quiz. I'm selecting the options randomly. Let's check, submit. And here we redirect to the result page after submitting the quiz. Here I have failed because I answered only 1. I got 25%. And below we got the questions, the correct answer and the selected answers, and also displays the message. Today's technical interview question is handling null values. Notice here this is the EMP underscore table. This is the result set of this table. Now when I execute this ascending order by ascending order, the null values are displaying at the top. If I add descending order, the null values will be at the bottom of the table. Now my aim is I want to display the null values of this table always at the top, even when you are ordering by ascending or descending. So the query is using case statement. Here notice I am adding ascending order. Now salary descending order. Notice what will happen when I execute this statement. The null values are at the top. Even if you want to add the ascending order, the null values will be top, but the salaries will be changed. See? Here I am declaring one variable here at number varchar. Varchar I am defining is equals to, here I am adding some number here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and after that I am printing this with char index. The char index 0 at number, comma at number. Now my question is, when I execute the statement, what will be the output? Please leave your answer in the comment section. Today's question is how to handle the zeros. I want to count the number of zeros. Notice here I have declared a number which is an integer data type. This is the number. I want to count the number of zeros. Let's declare a variable. After that I am adding the select statement at number as original number. What is original number? This is the original number. This is alias name. Concat contains at zero count. I want to count the zeros. That's it. Let's execute the statement. Execute. And here we got the output. Notice this is the first column contains the original number and the second column contains 3 zeros in this original number. Another technical interview question is, if you notice here I have declared number integer values 0. Now if I print at number, when I execute I got 0 here. Now when I add select here, what will be the output? It's 0 again. Now my question is, if I add null, I am defining null, integer type is null. When I declare select statement, I am getting null value. But when I add print, I want to get the output in a print statement. What will be the output when I execute this statement? Please drop your answer in the comment section. I have 2 interview questions here, technical interview question. The question is select date name. Here I am adding month. I want to find the month, the given date, today's date I am adding 02, the month, and date 22 comma 3 here. Let's put this one as a result. Here I am adding the left function. So when I execute this statement, what will be the output? And also the second query, let's copy this one. Instead of left, I am adding right. Now my question is, what will be the output when I execute these 2 queries? Please drop your both answers in the comment section. And here one more technical interview question in SQL Server: how to create a user defined data types and how to implement in a table. Now first let's create a data type, user defined data type. Create type is a keyword. The data type name is a G I'm adding from char1. It's a character type I'm defining. So let's execute. Now I want to implement this G is a data type in our table. So just for the time saving, I have created a student table. Now I'm implementing small g, which is our data type. Now let's execute the statement. Commands completed successfully. Now let's insert some data. Just for the time saving, here I got records. Now let's execute the statement. Execute 3 rows affected. Let's check the output. Let's execute. See, here we got the output. Here one more technical interview question is, notice here I have a query here, select name as UDT from sys.types. Sys.types I'm adding, where is underscore user defined is equals to 1. Now my question is, and now let's execute the statement now. After execute, here I got the results. Now my question is, what is this A, B, C and G in the columns? What are they called? Please drop your answer in the comment section. Here one more SQL technical interview question. Notice here I have a select statement here with concat function. Now inside this concat I am adding substring. I am adding one. Charan 1 comma 1 comma, here I am adding some space. Again I am adding one more string parameter as result. Notice here in this select statement I have used concat function along with substring function. Now when I execute this statement, what will be the output? Please drop your answer in the comment section. And one more thing, if you want to get 3 SQL projects with more than 500 SQL real-time queries, the complete source code available only for join members. The link will be in the description and also I will drop in the comment section. Welcome to the SQL technical interview questions. Now the query is select value as a result. From here I am using string underscore split function. Here I am adding some string data Charan, comma, ready, ABC. Again I am separating with comma, order by value. This value I am ordered by value, descending order. Now my question is, what will be the output when I execute this query? Please drop your answer in the comment section. Here is one more SQL tricky technical interview question. Now the query is select null if condition. I am using null if 1 comma 1 as a result. Now my question is, what will be the output when I execute this statement? Please drop your answer in the comment section. Here is one more SQL tricky technical interview question, handling null values using string split. Now the query is select value as result from string underscore split function. Here I am adding between these single quotes, I am adding some string here, apple, null, orange, and one empty string here. Here I am adding one empty string. Then I am separating with comma, where the value is this one, is not equals to null, order by. Now my question is, what will be the output when I execute this statement? Please drop your answer in the comment section. Here is one more SQL technical interview question. If you notice here, this is the employee table. My question is select null if. I am adding null if condition. salary, the column name. In this column, notice that the 45,000, here I am adding the 45,000 as result from EMP underscore tab. Now my question is, what will be the output if I execute this statement? Please drop your answer in the comment section. Here is one more SQL advanced technical interview question using offset clause. Notice this is the EMP table which contains 3 columns. Now let's write the query. Select, the question is select star from EMP. I am selecting all the table from EMP, all the columns. Order by employee ID. Here the condition employee ID. Now offset select. I am using count, aggregate function count, which will count all the rows -2 from EMP table rows. Then fetch. I want to fetch next 1 rows only. Now read carefully the query and drop your answer in the comment section when I execute the statement. Here is one more SQL advanced technical interview question. Notice this is the EMP table. Now I am adding select first name from EMP table. I want to get the only first name from EMP table where last name is null. Order by select null. Select null. Offset. Here I am using offset 3 rows. Now my question is, when I execute the statement, what will be the output? Please read the query carefully and give the answer. Drop your answer in the comment section. Here is one more SQL tricky interview question. Notice this is the EMP table handling null values here. Now select first name. I want to display the first name of the employees from EMP table where notice that between parentheses brackets first name is not null or last name, which is a column name, is null. Now my question is, when I execute the statement, what will be the output? Please drop your answer in the comment section. Here is one more SQL tricky interview question. Notice this is the EMP table, contains 3 columns, employee ID, first name and last name. Now my question is, select star into EMP1, which is I am selecting the EMP1 table from EMP, the original table, where last name, notice that the last name is equals to null. Now my question is, when I execute the statement, what will be the output? Please drop your answer in the comment section. Here is one more SQL online food delivery project. This is my 4th SQL project. Now notice that this is the 2 tables, customers and orders tables I have joined. This is the output. These are the customers, total orders by the each customer from the orders table and customers table. I have joined these 2 tables. I got these results. Now my question is, here I am adding top 1, group by first name, order by total orders, descending. Now when I execute the statement, what will be the output? Please drop your answer in the comment section. Here is one more SQL online food delivery project. And notice that this is a menu items table which contains item name and price. Now the question is, select item name from menu items where price is equals to select subquery. I am adding here minimum price from menu items. Now my question is, what will be the output when I execute the statement? Now my question is, what will be the output when I execute this statement? Please drop your answer in the comment section. Welcome to the SQL Advanced Queries tutorials. Notice here this is the accounts table which contains two columns, account and amount column. Now I want to find the grand total using rollup keyword. Collage function, account, which is the column name, grand total which displays here at the bottom, grand total as account, which is the column name, sum of amount, the column name, amount column name as. Now here I am using group by account with roll up. That's it. Now let's find out the grand total. Notice here we got the output. The grand total is 4000. Here is one more SQL null handle interview question. The query is select 1 divided by 0. If I execute, I got an error divided by 0 error encountered. Now when I divided by null, what will be the output? Please drop your answer in the comment section. Here is one more SQL interview question. What is the difference between length function and date length function? With an example I am showing. Here notice here the select statement which contains, first I am adding length with empty spaces 1, 2, 3, and second select data length. Again I am adding 3 spaces. Now when I execute, notice here the first length output contains 0 and the second output data length contains 3. So the difference between is the length function does not count the spaces, the empty spaces, whereas the data length counts the empty spaces, which are the trailing spaces. Here is one more SQL DBA tricky interview question. The query is select a name from sys.tables. I want to find the tables ordered by name, table name, and here I am using offset 1 row fetch. I want to fetch the next 1 row only. Now my question is, when I execute the statement, what will be the output? Please drop your answer in the comment section. Which query retrieves all columns from a table named employees where the salary is greater than 5000? Which query will find all employees whose first name starts with A in the employees table?